Good evening. Okay, notes got. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. So in last class, I think I completed up to the orbital speed. What I completed last class? Escape completed. Okay. So already notes I shared. Okay. So orbital speed, orbital definition and all you have. Okay, k greater than 1, I have to say. K greater than 1, then directly you can say if k greater than 1, then what we can say, then body will escape. And in that case, they will ask the final velocity. So final velocity in that case, just remember that it is a k square minus 1 into VE. So if they have given like velocity is more than escape, like velocity is the 2 times of escape velocity, velocity is the 3 times of escape velocity, then if they are, then it will go to the infinity, means out of the gravitational field. In that case, they will ask the final velocity. So final velocity is what? Under root of k square minus 1 into VE. Okay. I think he shared on the app. Prasad has shared. Like in NCERT exercise, they have given if the body is projected more than 3 times of escape velocity, then find final velocity. So 3 times of escape means k value is the 3. K value 3, so then it will escape when it will go out of the field. So k value what you will put? 3. So 3 square minus 1, that is a under root 8. Under root 8 is what? 2 root 2, and escape velocity is what? 11.2 kilometer per second. Multiply that, you will get the answer. I think he shared. Manas, he shared. Okay. Then orbital speed we will represent by VO. Okay, so orbital speed is what? Suppose satellite is revolving in a circular orbit. I will check here in WhatsApp group shared. Okay, so in WhatsApp group you can check. So if satellite is revolving in a circular orbit with speed VO, so that VO means orbital speed. Okay, so it is moving in a circular path. So here centripetal force will be gravitation force. By applying that, Fg is equal to gravitation force is equal to centripetal force. So G me into m by, one thing here they will say the orbit radius. So what is the orbit radius? Orbit radius is the distance we will measure from center of the earth. So if they have given the orbit radius, so it means directly they have given the distance from the center. If they have given orbit radius, so directly they have given the distance from the center. if they have given the height, if they have given the height of the satellite, then orbit radius we will take RE plus H. Okay. So this is the orbit radius. If height they have given, so small r we can say RE plus, where r is the radius of orbit. Yeah, no need to write notes. Notes already I have sent, so no need to just listen only. Okay. So what I said here, orbit or radius of the orbit, if they are saying, so radius of the orbit means then you will take the distance from the center. Distance from the center, then gravitation force is the GME into m by r square. That is the centripetal force mVO square by r. So m and m cancel out, 1r cancel out. So VO formula what we got? Under root of GME by small r. Remember this formula of the orbital speed under root GME by small r. Similar like a escape velocity under root 2 GME by r. Here we are getting under root GME by r. Everybody got or not? Okay. Okay. So some point you have there is in the notes, you can see in the notes. If suppose they are saying the satellite is revolving close to the earth surface. So satellite is revolving close to the earth surface means height is equal to 0. Height is equal to 0, then small r you will take RE. Orbit radius you will take RE. If it is revolving close to the earth surface, then we can say orbit radius is the RE. When you put orbit radius RE, so GME by RE. GME by RE I can write GRE under root small GRE. So that value will come, already one question we have done. Under root GRE value will come 8 km per second. So if they are asking what is the orbital speed of satellite that is revolving close to the earth surface. So the answer is the what? 8 km per second. Everybody got? So when they are saying close to the earth surface means height we will take 0. So orbit radius we will take the RE. Everybody got? And relation between escape velocity and orbital velocity is what? VE is equal to root 2 VO. V is the under root 2 GME by R and VO is what? Under root GME by R. So what is the relation between escape velocity and orbital velocity? VE is equal to root 2 VO. Everybody getting or not? Where V is the escape velocity, VO is the orbital velocity. Okay. Tell fast. Okay. So suppose they are saying how much extra velocity required for satellite, so that it will escape. So already it has VO, it required VE. So how much extra velocity required? VE minus VO. So extra velocity what we can say? VE you will put root 2 VO minus VO you can take common, so 0.414. Then if percentage increase they are asking, so percentage increase we can say 41.4%. So if the orbital speed of satellite increase by 41.4%, then satellite will escape from the gravitational field. Okay. And orbital speed of satellite, it depends on the mass of Earth. It does not depend upon the mass of the satellite. Okay, because GME upon R, mass of satellite is not coming. So orbital speed of satellite does not depend upon mass of satellite. Okay. So we can say orbital speed of satellite is inversely proportional to root R, and it does not depend upon mass of percentage statement. What I said, how much percentage of the velocity of satellite is increased so that it will go out of the gravitational field. So that is a 41.4% will increase. Okay. Mass of satellite. So it does not depend upon mass of satellite. So we can say what? From this we can say V1 by V2 is equal to under root of R2 by R1. So for the two satellite, two orbit radius, we can use the V1 by V2 is the under root of R2 by R1. Okay. So one question is there, like I am saying two satellite of mass capital M and 4 capital M, they are at the height RE and 3 RE. Then find the ratio of the orbital speed. Height they have given, so first we have to find the orbital radius because in the formula small r is there. So what is a small r? First we can say small r1 is the RE plus h, that is equal to 2 RE, and R2 what we can say, R2 is equal to 4 RE. Orbital speed does not depends upon, yeah, all is it is in the syllabus. Okay, so now mass does not affect, mass of satellite, this is the mass of satellite. Mass of satellite does not affect the orbital speed. Then we can say what? V1 by V2. V1 by V2 is equal to under root of R2 by R1. Then you will get what? Under root 2 is to 1. There is no use of mass. So mass they will give to confuse only because orbital speed of satellite does not depends upon mass of satellite. Okay. Completed. Okay. Now then is energy of satellite. So when they are saying the satellite, so satellite will have velocity because satellite will, there is no meaning of the satellite is at rest. Satellite they are saying means satellite is moving. So satellite is moving, so it will have kinetic energy. And due to the gravitational field of Earth, it will have potential energy. So what is the potential energy of satellite? Minus G ME into M by small r. Two mass system minus G M1 M2 by R. So one is the Earth, one is the satellite. What is the potential energy? Minus G ME into M by small r. Okay. Kinetic energy half M VO square. VO formula already we have written now. So then we will get what? G ME into M by 2 small r. That is a kinetic energy. And total energy, what we can say? Total energy E is equal to what? K plus U. If you add both, what you will get? Minus G ME into M by 2R. Then you can see here, total energy and potential energy, that is negative, and kinetic energy will be always positive. Okay, so kinetic energy positive, but total energy and the potential energy will be negative. So they are negative. So when the orbit radius will increase, size of orbit will increase, orbit radius will increase, so they will go close to the infinity. When they will go close to the infinity, then their energy will approach zero. So zero is more, so it means on increasing the orbit radius, potential energy increases and total energy increases, but kinetic energy decreases. Why? Velocity is inversely proportional to root r. I repeat again, on increasing the orbit radius, potential energy will increase while you are approaching the infinity. Total energy will increase, but kinetic energy will decrease because kinetic energy is the velocity is inversely proportional to root r. Yeah, Because negative, they are negative, so magnitude will decrease, but negative sign is there, that's why value will increase. Okay. And if they are asking the binding energy of satellite, so binding energy, total energy, but it is a positive of that, means to make the satellite free. If you want to make the satellite free means you want to send it infinity. So you want to send it infinity, so you want its energy 0. So how much energy the satellite has? Minus GME into M by 2R. If you give same amount of positive energy, then energy of satellite becomes 0. So what is the binding energy of satellite? Positive sign of GME into M by 2R. Completed. Okay. If they are saying the total energy of satellite, minus GME into M by 2R. If they are asking the binding energy of satellite, so same, but magnitude, but sign will be positive, because it is the energy required to make the satellite free. Okay. It is the energy required to make the satellite free. Free means you want to send it infinity. So it has the negative energy, same positive you will give, it will become free. So suppose it has minus 5, you will give plus 5, so minus 5 plus 5 becomes 0. So where it will go? It will go to the infinity. Okay. So graph between small r and energy. This graph you have drawn in the atom also, 1, 2, 3. So in this graph, if I am asking which represent kinetic energy, which represent potential energy, and which represent total energy. So energy is inversely proportional to R, so that's why all graph is hyperbola. All graph is hyperbola, because R is coming in the denominator. Now one is what? One is the positive energy. Which energy will be positive? Kinetic. 2 and 3 negative, so means one is total and one is potential. Potential is more negative. Potential is more negative. Why? Because minus GME into M by R. Potential is more negative. So more negative means 3 is the potential and 2 is the total energy. Everybody got or not? So kinetic energy will be positive, potential and total will be negative, but potential is more negative. Potential is more negative. You can see here. R and total we are getting 2R. So potential is more negative. That's why potential will be the more negative. So below 1 is the potential. Okay. And here one relation you can write, mod of K is equal to mod of total energy is equal to mod of potential energy by 2. Means total energy magnitude, kinetic energy magnitude will be equal, but total energy will be negative. And potential energy will be double of both. Potential energy will be double of both. You can see potential energy is the double of kinetic, or potential energy is the double of total. So mod of kinetic energy, mod of total energy are equal, and they are half of the potential energy. So means potential energy will be double of the kinetic energy or total energy. Are potential energy more negative? Yeah, mathematics is a big problem. This value more or this value more? Yusuf? This value more or this value more? GME into M by R is more or GME into M by 2R is more? Are denominator is 2R, so to denominator more, value less. So whose magnitude is more? Potential energy magnitude is more, but minus sign is there, so it is more negative. It is more negative. Who is more negative? Potential energy is more negative. In potential energy, denominator is R. In total energy, denominator is 2R. Okay. Understood or not, Yusuf? So here More negative is what? Lower graph. So that's why this is potential. This is the total. Yusuf is still not understood. Okay. Next, suppose I am saying how much energy required to increase orbit radius of satellite from 2R, 2RE to 3RE. When they will say the for the satellite, you want to increase the orbit radius. So means orbit radius increase, then energy increase. So suppose I am saying initial energy of satellite is -5 and you want to make it -3. So how much energy you will add? -5 plus 2 is equal to -3. So it means you will add the 2. So if they are saying how much energy required to increase the orbit radius of satellite, so what we will do? Energy final minus energy initial. Whatever the difference is there, that difference you have to give. Everybody got or not? So when they are asking for satellite, how much energy required to increase the orbit radius? So final energy of satellite minus initial energy of satellite. So what is the E final? And there is a one common mistake student do in the satellite problem. They forget the 2 in the denominator. Total energy formula is a minus GME into M by 2R. So don't forget the 2 in the total energy. Minus GME into M by R is potential. But we have to write the total. So minus GME into M by 2R, where R is the orbit radius. What is the initial orbit radius? 2RE. Final orbit radius 3RE. So then here what you will write? 2 into 3RE. That is equal to minus GME into M by 6RE. Okay, and what is the initial energy? So E initial, what we will say? Minus G ME into M by 2 into initial orbit radius 2RE. Then you will get minus G ME into M by 4RE. Now what is the extra energy required? So energy required we can say delta E is equal to EF minus EI. So EF minus EI, what you will get? Difference of that. Difference what you will get? EF is the minus GME into M by 6RE minus GME into M by 4RE. Now minus minus become plus. After subtracting, what you will get? Take the LCM 12. So GME into M by 12RE. This is the extra energy required to increase the orbit radius. So when they are saying how much energy required, this is the important question. How much energy required to increase the orbit radius? So final energy of satellite minus initial energy of satellite. In that, don't forget the 2 in the denominator. Okay. So this GME I can write GRE square. So MGRE by 12. Okay. Completed? Okay. How MGRE? GME I can write GME from the beginning we are using from the small g. GME I can write GRE square. So GME is what? GME GRE square. 1RE cancel out. So what you got? MGRE by 12. Okay. What I said, GME, wherever GME is coming, GME we will not put. GME we will replace by GRE square. So Kepler's law, that is the first law. It is a law of orbit. So first, what the Kepler's first law? He said what? All the planet revolve. That figure and everything is there. All the planet revolve around the sun in elliptical orbit. Okay. In the ellipse, in ellipse we define the two fixed point that is called that two fixed point is called the focus of ellipse. Okay, no need to know the more basics of ellipse because that is a in the mathematics it is there. Ellipse there is a two fixed point, they are called focus of the ellipse. So all the planet revolve around the sun in elliptical orbit and sun will located at either of the focus. Either the sun is located at S1 or it will be located at S2. One focus I am taking S1 or one focus I am taking S2. So either the sun will be located at S1 or sun will be located at S2. That was a law. All planets revolve around the sun in elliptical orbit and sun will be located at one of the focus. Okay. So suppose sun is located here. From A to B, this is the longest chord, so it is called the major axis. Length of the major axis we represent by 2A, where A we can say A is the semi-major axis. So longest chord is this horizontal chord is the longest chord, that is called the major axis. Length of the major axis we represent by 2A. Okay. So A, what we can say? A we can say half of that. Half of that is called the semi-major axis. Half of that is called the semi-major axis. So A represents semi-major axis, 2A represent major axis. Okay. Everybody got or not? And in this figure, you can see minimum, suppose sun is here, planet is moving in the elliptical orbit. So this distance is the minimum distance between the planet and sun. And this distance, S1b is the farthest distance between the sun and planet. I repeat again, in the figure, maybe in the exam they will give the question, figure will have maybe manufacturing defect, but don't change the concept according to the figure defect. Always the minimum distance will be what? Minimum distance from sun to this, and maximum distance is what? This. Everybody got or not? So S1A is the minimum distance and S1B is the maximum distance. Okay. Suppose minimum distance I am taking R1 and maximum distance I am taking R2. Then I can say what? 2A is equal to R1 plus R2. So if directly they have not given A, if sun is at 2, change na sir. If it is at 2, then S2B will be minimum and S2A will be maximum. If the sun is at S2, then minimum distance is what? S2B and maximum distance is what? S2A. Manas, got it or not? Okay. If directly they have not given the A value, they have given the minimum and maximum distance. So minimum plus maximum distance is equal to what? 2A. So we can say what? 2A is equal to R1 plus R2, where R1 is the minimum distance and R2 is the maximum distance. In the notes it is written, minimum distance is called the perihelion, farthest distance is called the aphelion. Okay. Then second law, that is a law of velocity. For 9 planets, same sir means what? All the planet, that is applicable for all the planet. Repeat. What 12 repeat? Perihelion, closest distance is the perihelion, Perihelion. Perihelion is the closer distance, and maximum distance is the aphelion, Apehelion. Minimum distance, perihelion, Perihelion, and maximum distance, aphelion, Apehelion. Aphelion, and closer distance is the perihelion. Okay. Okay, so what is the second law? Second law is what? When you join the line, when you join the planet with the sun, a line joining sun and planet, it sweep equal area in equal interval of time. Sweep means sweeper. A line joining sun and planet sweep equal area in equal interval of time. Okay. Or aerial velocity of the planet is constant. Aerial velocity means dA by dt. Like velocity is the rate of change of displacement, dr by dt. Aerial velocity means rate of change of area, dA by dt. So what is the aerial velocity? dA by dt. So aerial velocity of the planet is constant, means dA by dt is constant. Okay. Everybody got or not? So a line joining the sun and planet sweep equal area in equal interval of time, or aerial velocity of planet is constant. What is the meaning of this? Like planet is going from P1 to P2 in the time t. Planet is going from P1 to P2 in the time t. So join the sun with planet. Okay, join the sun with planet. When the planet is at P1, you join the line SP1. Suppose this is a S. Okay, so you join the sun with planet, so you got a line SP1. Now that you got the what? Broom you got. Now you have to sweep the area. You have to sweep the area with that broom. So P1 to P2 when you reach, so you will go up to this. How much area sweep? This area. So what I said, a line joining sun and planet sweep equal area in equal interval of time. So when the planet is going from P1 to P2 and it is taking time t. So in the time t, how much area it sweep? It sweep the area S P1 P2. Okay. Now suppose there is another position Q1 and it is reaching to the Q2 in the time t. From Q1 to Q2 also it is reaching in the time t. Again sweep the area SQ1, it will go up to the SQ2. How much area sweep? This area sweep. If the time is equal, then area will be equal. Then I can say what? If the time for P1 to P2 is t, time for Q1 to Q2 is t, then area S P1 P2 will be equal to area S Q1 Q2. So the law is what? Line joining the sun and planet sweep equal area in equal interval of time. Everybody got or not? So I can say what? If time for P1 P2 is equal to time for Q1 Q2, then area S P1 P2 is equal to area S Q1 Q2. So line joining the sun and planet sweep equal area in equal interval of time. Okay. So this law is based on law of conservation of angular momentum. This law is based on law of conservation of angular momentum. What is angular momentum conservation? when no external torque is acting, then the angular momentum of the body will be conserved. That you have learned in the rotational. No external torque. So here torque will be what? Torque will be 0. Why? Because our Sun is applying the force on the planet towards itself. At any position, Sun is applying the force towards. Here numericals are also there. Sun is applying the force on the planet towards itself because Sun is attracting the planet towards itself. Okay, so force is there, external force is there. Now, what is the torque? R cross F. So when the planet is at P1, its R is here. When the planet is here, R is here. Now you can see angle between R and F. Angle between R and F is 180 degree. Angle between R and F is force and position vector angle is 180 degree. So torque RF sine 180, sine 180 is what? 0. So torque will be 0. Everybody getting or not? External force is there. So momentum will not be conserved. That's why direction of the velocity is changing every point. Okay, so momentum is not conserved, but torque is 0. Torque is 0. That's why angular momentum will be conserved. So L is constant. Everybody got or not? So remember that aerial velocity, that is a dA by dt. dA by dt will come L by 2 mp, where L is the angular momentum. L is the angular momentum. Angular momentum is constant. mp is the mass of planet. Angular momentum constant, mass of planet is constant, so that will be what? Constant. That's why you have written aerial velocity will be constant. Aerial velocity will be constant. Now dA by dt constant, so I can say what? A by t is equal to constant. Implies that A is directly proportional to t. More area planet has to sweep, more time it will take. More area it has to sweep, more time it will take. Less area, less time. Okay, so we can say the relation A1 upon T1 is equal to A2 by T2. Everybody got? Okay, like suppose I am saying, listen carefully, area of S P1 P2 is double of area S Q1 Q2. Suppose I am saying area of S P1 P2 is the double of S Q1 Q2. So if Q1 to Q2 time is T, what is the time for P1 to P2? I repeat again, if area S P1 P2 is the double of area S Q1 Q2, so if Q1 to Q2 time is T, what is the time for P1 to P2? 2T, very good. So means double the area, time will be also double. We will apply A1 upon T1 is equal to A2 upon T2. So if the area of S P1 P2 double, so it will take the double time to travel from P1 to P2. 2T, Fatima. Area is double, so time it will take double. P1 to P2 it will take time double. Okay? Second, angular momentum formula we know MVR, M into V into R or I omega. MP, that's why I have written MP. Saroja, MP means mass of planet. There I have written. So angular L is constant. Then what I can say, MVR is equal to constant. Mass of planet is constant, so we can say what? V into R is equal to constant. So from this we can say V is inversely proportional to R. So when the planet is the closer to the sun, its velocity will be maximum. Means when the distance is minimum, velocity will be maximum. When the distance is maximum, velocity will be minimum. That I can say from here. V is inversely proportional to R. R more, V less. Distance more, velocity less. Distance less, velocity will be more. So we can say what? V1 V1 R1 is equal to V2. Okay. So from this law, we got the two mathematical relation, one area and time relation, A1 upon T1 is equal to A2 upon T2. Second, we got the velocity and distance relation, V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. Everybody got or not? Okay. So up to this, okay. Okay. Similar type of relation we learned in the satellite orbital speed also. V1 upon V2 is the under root of R2 by R1. We learned V1 by V2 is the under root R2 by R1. Here we are learning V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. Earlier we learned V1 by V2 is the under root R2 by R1. Here we are getting V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. So student will get confused that when I have to use the under root of R2 by R1, when I have to use the R2 by R1. So listen that previously we have learned the relation for two different satellite when they are saying one satellite orbit radius is R1, other satellite orbit radius is R2. What is the ratio of the orbital speed? V1 by V2 is the under root R2 by R1. Okay. This relation V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. This is applicable for one planet. One planet, when its two different distances are there. When it is at the distance R1, its velocity is V1. When it is at the distance R2, its velocity is V2. So this V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2 is applicable for one planet. One planet at two different distance from the sun. Okay, and that relation V1 by V2 is the under root R2 by R1. That is applicable for two satellite or two planet when they are moving in a circular orbit of radius R1 and R2. Everybody got the difference or not? Okay. So one planet at two different distance, then we will use the V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. Okay. If I am saying what is the order of the velocity at A, B and C? Order of velocity at A, B and C. Sun I have given there. So what is the order? When the distance minimum, velocity maximum. So maximum velocity it is at A, minimum velocity at B. Then I can say what? VA greater than VC greater than VB. And same is the order of kinetic energy. So Ka is the greater than Kc is greater than Kb. Why? Because kinetic energy is the half mv square. So when the velocity more, then kinetic energy will be more. Okay. Everybody got or not? V inversely proportional to R. Distance of the planet is less, velocity will be more. Okay. Second, if I am saying T CBD, what is the relation between these two time? What is the, sir, point D, C and D will be same. Okay. What is the order of the time? T, C, B, D. C, then B to D. CBD time and DAC time. What is the relation? What is the relation between time C to B to D and D to A to C? Equal. So one thing who is saying equal, we don't take the area of the ellipse. We don't take the area of the portion of the ellipse. What we take? First, we have to sweep the area. So to sweeping the area, you need what? Broom. Broom, how you will make? You will join the sun with the planet. So you will join the CBD, means you will join the sun with planet C, and then when it will reach to the D, it will go from here. How much area it sweep? Here to here. So this area. And when it is going from DAC, then this area will get covered. How much? This area. Okay, now which area is more? Green area is more. So when it is going from CBD, it cover more area, more time. So that means this will be greater than this. Everybody got or not? So don't see directly the area of the ellipse. See the area sweep by the line joining the sun and planet. So first you have to join the sun with planet and see that which area is the more, how it is rotating. Okay. Everybody got? So suppose the two distances of the minimum and maximum distance I gave. This is the minimum distance and this is the maximum distance. And minimum velocity I gave 4 km/s. Find maximum velocity. So suppose I gave the minimum and maximum distance of the planet from the sun and minimum velocity I gave, I am asking the maximum velocity. Sometimes directly they will say V1 R1, V2 R2. You can apply V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. Here V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2 we have to use because the same planet they gave. But how to decide that they have given the V1 or V2? So suppose one distance you took R1, other distance you took R2. They given the minimum velocity. So we know that velocity will be minimum when the distance from the planet is maximum. Velocity will be minimum when distance from the planet is maximum. And maximum distance I am writing by R2. Maximum distance I am writing by R2. Maximum distance I am writing R2. So there I will write the velocity V2. Minimum distance I am writing V1. So at there we will write the velocity V1. So I get the minimum velocity. Minimum velocity will be at the maximum distance. Maximum distance is the R2. So that velocity I will write V2. So V2 what I gave? 4 km/s. Now I will apply the relation V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. From this V1 what you will get? 12 km/s. So maximum velocity what you will get? 12 km/s. Understood or not? Otherwise directly they will say at this distance with this velocity, this distance what is the velocity? So then V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. If they have done minimum and maximum, then you have to go according to that. Okay. Then now third law, that is a law of time period. So what is the law of time period? T square is directly proportional to A cube. Means square of the time period of the planet, square of the time period of the planet is directly proportional to the cube of semi-major axis. What is the A there? Semi-major axis. So square of the time period of the planet is directly proportional to A cube. Okay. If directly they have not given, they have given the minimum and maximum distance. So I write that 2A is the R1 plus R2. 2A is the R1 plus R2. Then what is the A I can say? R1 plus R2 by 2. So T square I can say, because 2A is the R1 plus R2. So what is the A? R1 plus R2 by 2. But 2 is a constant. I am writing the proportional relation. So directly I can say T square is directly proportional to R1 plus R2 whole cube. If minimum and maximum distance they have given, so 2A I can write R1 plus R2. So what is the A? R1 plus R2 by 2. But proportionality relation I am writing, so 2 will go in a proportionality. So T square is directly proportional to R1 plus R2 whole cube. Okay. But numerical they will not give in this third law. Numerical they will not give on the elliptical orbit. Numerical they will give on circular orbit. Okay. So we can say what? T square is directly proportional to R cube for circular orbit, where R is the orbit radius, where R is the orbit radius. Then for two different planet we can say what? T1 by T2 whole square is equal to R1 by R2 whole cube. Okay. So third law, if they will give the time period relation, they will, sir, how are just earlier I have written minimum distance R1, maximum distance R2, so length of major axis is the 2a, 2a is equal to what? R1 plus R2. In the first law is right, Yusuf. So A is the R1 plus R2 by 2, but 2 is the constant. So proportionality directly I can say R1 plus R2 whole cube. Understood or not? Okay. So suppose I have given the orbit radius of two planets is R and 4R, and time period of first is 1.5 year. Then find time period of second. So listen, if they are R1 plus R2, sir, because R1 plus R2 is what? Two different distance you are defining, it means it is elliptical. Saroja, Govind, two different distance you are saying planet distance, then it means definitely it is a elliptical orbit, because circular orbit it will be always at the constant distance. Okay. Now listen, if they are asking the time period, then what we will take? We will take the square root on both sides. If suppose they have given the time period and one distance they have given, then take the cube root on both sides. Okay. So now what we will do? T1 by T2, we will say what? R1 by R2 whole to the power 3 by 2. Now T1 by T2, what I can say? R by 4R whole to the power 3 by 2. R cancel out, 1 by 4 I can write 1 by 2 square. Square into 3 by 2. 2 and 2 cancel out, then we got 1 by 8. Now T2 what I got? T2 is equal to 8, T1 that is equal to what? T1 I gave 1.5, so that is a 12 years. You wrote find 2 times, sir. Fine. Sir, in previous question, in relation of time between TBCA and TABD, then we can say it is equal. TBCA. TBCA, BCA and ADB, BCA and ADB, it is equal, Shrikara. Find T2 2 times. Find time period T2. Completed. So if anybody has not got the notes, you can send me the WhatsApp. I will share on the WhatsApp also. Okay. So this is completed now. Okay. So anybody has what I'm saying, if you didn't get the notes, you can send the WhatsApp to me. Okay, I will send. Now this is 11th is over. Now 12th will start after the chase. 8853037767. 8853037767. 8853037767.